Straight to jail, straight to jail. For questioning at least Erika. Look, I have seen enough, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen enough. Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning.
Looking at this does not look like an adult writing anything. To me, this is just insane to say that this is the same person writing that.
So get this, Charlie Kirk's sister Mary just dropped a bombshell. She said Erika's been straight up lying about Charlie, and that so-called Valentine's Day letter Erika posted? Yeah, Mary claims Charlie didn't even write it. She says Erika might have written it herself to make things look all perfect and romantic when it was anything but. People online caught on quick. The handwriting doesn't even match Charlie's, and when you actually read the letter, it's just overflowing with cheesy compliments about Erika. It sounds more like a PR stunt than something real from the heart. But wait, there's more. Erika's out here bringing up that whole Sabbath story again, even though it had zero connection to the letter. It's like she's trying to spin the same story again and again to distract everyone. Now the real shocker, new reports are claiming Charlie was already planning to divorce Erika. Word is, he'd moved into a separate room and stopped wearing his wedding ring altogether. And to make it even wilder, there's talk that Charlie found out a life insurance policy had been taken out on him without him even knowing. That's seriously suspicious. When you piece it all together, Charlie's crumbling marriage, that sketchy life insurance policy, his sudden and mysterious death, and then Erika swooping in as the new CEO, the timing is just too wild to ignore. It really makes people wonder what was happening behind closed doors.
You're sick. He's a human being. Museum style for our Charlie, for my Charlie. Everyone wants an answer to this evil. And sometimes the answer is very...
Then out of nowhere, Erika drops what she calls the last love letter Charlie ever gave her. And right away, the internet went into full detective mode. People noticed the handwriting looked nothing like Charlie's, and the tone didn't sound like him at all. It felt staged, almost like someone trying way too hard to sound heartfelt. And when you already mix that in with all the other chaos surrounding Erika and Turning Point, the rumored lies, the whispers about manipulation, and even talk connected to the assassination case, it's no shock that people started side-eyeing the whole thing. So let's break down what Erika actually posted. It's a handwritten note she shared on Instagram claiming Charlie wrote it for her. But to many, it looks like another move in this messy unfolding drama. First off, let's talk about this so-called love letter. The handwriting is a total mess, super sloppy, barely readable, and all over the place. But the parts you can make out is just non-stop flattery. Supposedly, Charlie calls Erika an amazing and talented mother, and then goes on about how much he loves her. It even says, "I love you so much, and I can't wait to see what adventures lie ahead of us. I adore you beyond words. Thank you for being such an amazing wife to me." Then, to top it off, Erika throws in her own little twist in the caption, reminding everyone to honor the Sabbath with their loved ones. Sounds sweet on the surface, right? Like a perfect, loving tribute. But when you look closer, it feels more like a performance than a genuine moment.
Phone Friday night, Shabbat Shalom, throw it in the junk drawer. And he would come in, open the junk drawer. Everyone has a junk drawer. Open the junk drawer, said Shabbat Shalom, put it in there, turn the phone off, slam the door. And on Friday night, when he would get home from work, he would turn off his phone and he would shove it in the junk drawer and he would say Shabbat Shalom.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. We're told this is Charlie's handwriting, but one glance and you can tell something's off. The lowercase letters are almost the same size as the uppercase ones. The spacing makes no sense. Some words are jammed together while others are stretched way apart. Plus, there are grammar mistakes everywhere, making the whole thing look rushed, chaotic, and totally suspicious. So people online started doing some digging. They compared this love letter to other samples of Charlie's real handwriting floating around. And when you line them up side by side, it just doesn't match. The differences are obvious, and that's exactly why the internet's buzzing with questions. But here's where things start feeling downright strange. Even if Charlie actually wrote that messy letter, why would Erika post it for everyone to see? Why put out something full of spelling errors and sloppy writing? It feels almost disrespectful, like she's showing the world a version of him that isn't polished, maybe even chipping away at the way people remember him. It's unsettling. And then comes the other theory. What if Erika wrote it herself? If that's the case, then what's the point? Is she trying to convince everyone that Charlie and Erika had this picture-perfect love story? That their marriage was unshakable and pure bliss? The timing makes it even sketchier, because this letter appeared right after Erika caught backlash for taking down the wedding photo from Charlie's office. It's like every move she makes just raises more questions.
This does not look like an adult writing anything, right? There's too many grammatical errors, and it is messy. But again, if we go over and we look at Charlie's writing, if we go over here and we look at Charlie's writing, I can easily make out every letter. The D clearly has all the pieces that you need for it. Although even here, it looks like it was an A with a line above it or something weird, but you can make out every letter in this.
This whole thing is starting to look like straight up damage control, but it goes way deeper than that. Fresh receipts are dropping, and they're painting a totally different picture of Charlie and Erika's marriage. Turns out that perfect couple image might have just been for show. One insider, who claims to be close to Charlie's sister Mary, said Charlie had actually confided in his sisters about planning to divorce Erika. That alone changes everything. The same source also revealed that Charlie and Erika sold their Arizona house last year, and allegedly they were already living separate lives long before Charlie was assassinated. That's a huge detail people didn't see coming. And according to this insider, the marriage was far from the dream Erika made it look like online. Behind the scenes, things were reportedly tense, filled with constant arguments and cold silence. Charlie had apparently started feeling like Erika wasn't the same woman he married, that she had completely switched up once things got serious. Even more telling, the insider said Mary never truly warmed up to Erika. The two barely had anything in common and kept things distant. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. The tension in that family might have been way deeper than anyone realized. Another insider, close to Turning Point, just spilled some serious tea. Apparently, in the months leading up to Charlie's assassination, Erika was already sliding into his spot as CEO. People around her said she was acting like Charlie was already out of the picture, taking over meetings, making big calls, and running things like she owned the place. That alone had folks raising eyebrows.
Brendan MAGA, but to me, this Brendan MAGA in the signature and the fact that I can make out every single letter clearly and easily. Now again, this might be manuscript and not cursive, but his cursive, I mean, this is just insane to say that this is the same person writing this. But the more I look at this, the more this looks like someone else trying to write messy. And even the CK here with a loop around it and the heart, that doesn't even seem to match the stuff up above.
And then there's that super awkward moment everyone remembers, when Charlie asked Erika about their wedding date during an interview, and she completely froze. She couldn't even recall how long they'd been married. Then she tried to play it off, saying there were too many dates to remember. Seriously? That moment had people cringing all over the internet. It might sound like a small slip, but when you stack it on top of everything else, the letter drama, the divorce rumors, the house sale, and the Turning Point tension, it paints a much bigger, darker picture. Something about this whole situation just doesn't sit right. Behind the polished public image, things were totally different, and this next part is downright chilling. New reports claim that in 2023, a massive life insurance policy was taken out on Charlie, and here's the wild part. It was done through a company that mysteriously dissolved just months before his death. The yearly premium alone was a jaw-dropping $350,000, and the alleged payout to Erika could be anywhere from $20 million to $50 million. That's no small number. An auditor named Brian Ferris went through Turning Point's tax documents and uncovered that an LLC called GGLF was the one paying those hefty premiums. The tax filings are public, but the name of whoever actually collected the payout is private, though, of course, most people believe it was Erika. And honestly, that assumption fits a little too neatly with the rest of this story. But here's the real kicker. That same LLC, GGLF, was officially dissolved on September 7, 2025, just 3 days before Charlie was assassinated. That's way too close to be a coincidence. Even more suspicious, social media investigators found that back in mid-2024, Turning Point transferred $350,000 directly to that same LLC, meaning the organization's own funds were possibly tied up in this secret insurance mess. Something's definitely off here. And now comes the part that's sending the internet into a frenzy. After word got out about that mysterious LLC and the life insurance money, more people started digging, and what they're finding only makes the story darker. Screenshots are floating around showing that Erika allegedly made several large bank transfers right after Charlie's death, moving hundreds of thousands into new business accounts tied to her name. The timing is unreal. Just days after the assassination, those transactions supposedly went through.
Every time Erika got involved in a Turning Point event, something felt off. People got pulled from their posts for no clear reason, replaced with names nobody recognized. What most people don't realize is that Erika had already started acting like CEO before Charlie even died. She was giving orders, making executive calls, speaking for the organization in ways that made all of us uncomfortable. Charlie would try to intervene and she'd just talk over him, like he didn't even matter.
Then there's the chatter about how Erika handled herself at the memorial. Multiple attendees said she seemed more focused on business deals and photo ops than actually grieving. One source even claimed she was overheard talking about next steps for the company while people were still mourning. That kind of behavior has people convinced she was already preparing to fully take over. To make things even wilder, some insiders are now claiming Erika started renovating Charlie's old office within a week of his passing, taking down his personal photos and replacing them with branded merchandise and PR materials. It's like she wanted to erase his presence as fast as possible.
With all these details piling up, the insurance policy, the money transfers, the office changes, it's no wonder people are starting to question if there's a much bigger story hiding behind the headlines. And just when everyone thought it couldn't get any wilder, new leaks are turning this whole situation upside down. According to recent reports, private emails between Erika and a financial consultant were uncovered, allegedly showing discussions about asset restructuring just weeks before Charlie's death. The tone of those messages has people convinced she was already preparing for life without him, and that's seriously eerie. Even more suspicious, insiders say Erika reached out to multiple PR agencies in late August 2025, asking about rebranding strategies and public image recovery.
It's easy. How long have you been married, and when did you know it was time to get married?
We've been married since 2021. We laugh about this because our dates are so messed up because of babies, meaning there's so many dates to...
Think about that. Less than a month before the tragedy, she was already talking about how to reshape her public persona. That timing is setting off alarms everywhere. Then there's another bizarre detail. Charlie's car, the one he was last seen driving, was reportedly scheduled for sale just days after his death. The listing appeared briefly online, then vanished without a trace. People are wondering how anyone could have known to list it so fast unless the plan was in motion before he even passed. Now, the latest twist in this saga has everyone talking again, and it's the most shocking one yet. A whistleblower claiming to have worked inside Turning Point's financial department just came forward with what they say are internal memos linking Erika to several urgent transfers made in the days following Charlie's death. These memos reportedly mention moving large sums into emergency accounts and were marked confidential, do not disclose. That phrase alone has people freaking out.
That's part of the reason why I keep looking down. It's not because I'm not wanting to look at you. It's because like there are so many treasures in here. Like for instance, like this piece of paper. He wrote on everything. He has papers everywhere. This says it's the priorities. It says family, children, legacy, kids number one, versus careerism, consumerism, and loneliness.
Even more alarming, this same whistleblower says they overheard conversations between Erika and a board member about keeping optics clean and avoiding external audits. If that's true, it suggests there might have been a serious scramble to keep certain details from ever seeing daylight. Meanwhile, online investigators are piecing together their own timeline, showing how Erika's social media posts seem strategically timed, switching from morning captions to corporate announcements in record time. One moment she's posting about loss and healing, and the next she's promoting new leadership initiatives. That quick shift has people questioning her motives even more. Adding to the tension, there's now talk that legal teams are quietly reviewing Turning Point's financials from the past year, and that's got everyone wondering what might surface next. With money trails, missing documents, and insider claims piling up, the story is no longer just about grief. It's about power, control, and a mystery that's getting deeper by the day. And just when everyone thought the dust might finally settle, boom, another curveball hits. Court filings have reportedly surfaced showing that Charlie's family is preparing to take legal action against Erika. The documents, according to leaks spreading online, mention financial misconduct and breach of fiduciary duty, hinting that his family believes something shady went down after his death. The fact that these papers even exist has reignited the entire firestorm.
Sources close to the Kirks say Mary, Charlie's sister, has been quietly gathering receipts for months, working with investigators to trace where all the insurance and company money actually went. People are saying she's determined to get justice for her brother, no matter how messy things get. That determination alone is lighting up social media with theories and speculation.
Careerism, consumerism, and loneliness. Almost sounds like everything that she's doing right now. I mean, it sounds like they weren't really on the same page with anything. Charlie was trying to avoid loneliness, which should be the last thing for a happily married man. I mean, did you see her face when she realized she wasn't on the top of that list? Oh, right. It's probably because Erika thinks TPUSA is her family. I mean, she is everywhere but with her kids. It's interesting how she doesn't take the same priority like her husband when it comes to children. I mean, she didn't even know their anniversary. It just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Meanwhile, Erika's been keeping quiet, but silence isn't helping her case. Every day she doesn't address the accusations, more people start believing she has something to hide. And now that lawyers are involved, the tension around Turning Point has exploded. Insiders are reportedly nervous, deleting old emails and refusing to comment. With court filings, leaked documents, and a family ready to fight back, this saga is far from over. The walls are closing in, and it looks like the truth, whatever it really is, might finally be on the verge of coming out. Now, things are spiraling even further, and it's starting to feel like a full-blown showdown. New reports claim that investigators have officially subpoenaed Turning Point's financial records, demanding full access to internal transfers, emails, and those mysterious confidential memos. That means this isn't just gossip anymore. It's becoming a serious legal situation. According to sources close to the case, the subpoenas also include requests for Erika's personal banking activity and communication logs from the months surrounding Charlie's death. That detail alone has everyone's attention because it suggests investigators might believe there's a direct link between the company's funds and the suspicious timing of those transfers. Things are heating up fast. Meanwhile, people online are noticing strange behavior from Erika's camp. Her social media has gone completely silent, and several of her old posts have mysteriously vanished. Fans who once supported her are now questioning everything, leaving comments like, "What are you hiding?" and "Why delete now?" The shift in public opinion has been massive. Adding even more drama, insiders claim some of Turning Point's board members are quietly distancing themselves from Erika, reportedly holding private meetings about damage control. It's chaos behind the scenes, and no one knows who's really loyal to who anymore. Whatever comes out next could either clear her name or end her entire reputation in one explosive reveal.
Erika Kirk was having an affair, which is why Charlie Kirk took her out of the will. So allegedly, the story is that Erika Kirk was having an affair. Charlie hired a private investigator to kind of follow her and see what was going on. And then he took her out of the will. So Turning Point USA, all of the merch, none of that goes to her at all. It just goes to their 2 children. And boy, did they make a lot of money on that merch too. And mind you, he did this before he was assassinated. So I don't know, man. Some people are saying he found out kind of who Erika Kirk was, like who she really is, and that's why everything went downhill. which is insane because if you look at photos of them, you're like, that is the perfect marriage. That's the perfect life. They have 2 healthy, beautiful children. I mean, all their family photos look like this.
And now, the story's taken yet another shocking turn. This time, the investigation is uncovering new names that no one expected. Leaked documents allegedly show that 2 high-ranking Turning Point executives were involved in signing off on some of the same financial transfers that were tied to the dissolved LLC. That means Erika might not have been the only one in on it. This could stretch way beyond her. Insiders are whispering that these executives have already lawyered up, and one of them is rumored to be cooperating with investigators in exchange for immunity. If that's true, things could blow wide open, because that kind of deal usually means someone's ready to talk. People online are calling it the beginning of the end for the cover-up.
At the same time, journalists digging into the case claimed they found communication logs between Turning Point staff showing panic in the hours right after Charlie's death, messages about documents being secured, and data needing to disappear fast. That alone has the internet in a frenzy. And to make it even more suspicious, a new photo has surfaced showing Erika attending a private dinner with one of those executives just a week before Charlie's death. Whether it was business or something deeper, no one knows, but the timing couldn't be more suspicious. With every new leak, this situation looks less like coincidence and more like a scandal waiting to explode. Now, the pressure's hitting an all-time high, and it looks like the walls are officially closing in. Reports are coming out that federal investigators have seized multiple electronic devices from Turning Point's headquarters, including laptops, external drives, and personal phones belonging to top staff members. Sources say those devices could hold crucial data about the financial transfers and communications leading up to Charlie's death, and everyone's bracing for what might be uncovered. Meanwhile, whispers inside the company suggest that several employees have already been called in for questioning, and a few even broke down during the interviews. One insider allegedly confessed that they were told to clean up certain email threads right after the assassination, basically to delete anything that might look bad. That's a serious claim, and if verified, it could turn this whole case upside down. Erika, on the other hand, has completely vanished from the public eye. No new posts, no statements, nothing, just total silence. Some say she's hiding out with legal counsel, while others believe she's preparing to make a massive public statement to defend herself. But at this point, people aren't buying the silence anymore. Between the seized evidence, the emotional testimonies, and the growing mountain of questions, this story's turning into something way bigger than anyone first imagined. Everyone's waiting for the next big reveal because it feels like something huge is about to break. And now, everything's reaching a boiling point. This case has gone from whispers to a full-blown media storm. Major outlets are now picking up the story, confirming that investigators found encrypted files on one of the seized devices, and those files reportedly contained financial spreadsheets and private messages between Erika and multiple executives. What's inside those messages hasn't been fully revealed yet, but early leaks suggest they might show coordination around money movements and internal decisions made before Charlie's death. That's explosive. According to one reporter following the case, investigators are working around the clock to decrypt everything, and insiders say what they've already seen is deeply concerning. That phrase alone has the internet spinning. People are convinced the truth might finally be coming to light. Meanwhile, Turning Point's board has called an emergency meeting to discuss Erika's future with the organization. Some members reportedly want her suspended immediately, while others are begging to wait until the investigation wraps up. But the tension is boiling over. Staff are scared, investors are panicking, and public trust is collapsing fast.
So Erika supposedly starts screaming at the lawyers when she finds out that she was left with no money. But mind you, she was mad that Candace Owens allegedly was making hundreds of thousands of dollars on the assassination and everything going on, telling her side of the story, etc. But mind you, Erika Kirk said, and it was recorded, that this assassination was the event of a century. But the weird part, other than that statement itself, that was weird. The other weird part is she said, we could pull off the event of a century. That's weird. What do you mean we could pull it off? What do you mean?
The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century.
And if that wasn't enough, sources claim that Erika's legal team is preparing for a possible indictment, though no formal charges have been filed yet.
Still, just the mention of that possibility has rocked the company to its core. Every move from here on out could decide whether this story ends in vindication or total downfall. Things have officially hit critical mass, and this time it's not just rumors. Late last night, investigators reportedly uncovered a hidden drive containing deleted communications between Erika and a private consultant connected to Turning Point's finances. The drive was found tucked away in a storage unit under a different company name, which makes the whole thing look even more suspicious. According to early reports, the messages reference finalizing paperwork and clearing transfers before public notice. That kind of wording has everyone's alarms going off. Even crazier, the metadata on the files allegedly shows they were last edited just hours before Charlie's death, meaning someone was still working behind the scenes right before everything went down. Social media's been on fire since the leak dropped, with people speculating that this could be the smoking gun investigators have been waiting for. At the same time, Turning Point insiders are saying morale inside the company is collapsing. Employees are reportedly deleting social accounts, lawyers are flooding the building, and several longtime staff members have quietly resigned in the past 48 hours. The whole place sounds like chaos. And while Erika's team is still staying silent, that silence is getting louder by the minute. Everyone's watching to see what she does next, because if these files turn out to be real, the entire story could shift overnight. The truth might finally be closing in, and it's starting to look like there's no way out. So here's where everything finally ties together, the biggest bombshell of them all. The policy in question wasn't just any insurance policy, it was what's called a split-dollar life insurance policy. That means Turning Point paid the premiums and gets reimbursed after Charlie's death, while whatever's left goes to the beneficiary. And we can safely assume that's Erika. Now tell me that doesn't sound sketchy.
This raises the ultimate question. Did Charlie actually sign off on this himself, or does someone else quietly set it up behind his back? And if he didn't even know about it, then what really went down here? Because everything we've seen, from the sloppy love letter to the divorce rumors, from Charlie's family keeping their distance to the eerie celebrations after his death, it all paints a picture that's getting darker by the minute. When you add this massive life insurance policy into the mix, it stops feeling like coincidence and starts looking like a carefully built setup. The more you connect the dots, the harder it is to ignore that something just doesn't add up. And if this much is already leaked out, you have to wonder what else is still being hidden behind closed doors. Whatever the truth turns out to be, one thing's clear: this story isn't over yet. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below with your thoughts, because the deeper this goes, the crazier it gets.